Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dee, about to react to this impressive video. It's titled, Saweetie Thinks She's Punished for Being Pretty. Oh, okay. And Dame Dash says Charlemagne is paid by Jay-Z. Oh, Lord. The Rock Nation Chronicles continue. Let's see what's going on with these people. Let's watch.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive Channel. I want to talk about this messy interview that Damon Dash did with the Breakfast Club. He accused the host, Charlemagne the God, of being paid by Jay-Z, and Charlemagne kept calling Damon Dash broke. It was so petty. But before I get into that, I first want to thank ZocDoc for sponsoring it. For the
Y'all go support.
Interview. If you don't know, Damon Dash is an entrepreneur and he was a record executive. He was also co-owner of Rockefeller Records alongside Jay-Z. But they parted ways. I mean, they had a really nasty fallout over business, and also they allegedly had a fallout over Aaliyah. But there's been a lot of tension and legal issues between them. And also Dame has been going through somewhat of a smear campaign in the media, because anytime you hear or see headlines about him, it's always for something negative.
I keep scrolling.
Especially when it relates to his finances. I mean, he did file for bankruptcy and he had issues paying
child
support because he has to pay a lot of child support per year. Not to mention his teeth fell out.
Oh my God!
The running joke is Dame Dash is broke, and I don't know if I would really call
that a joke. Why is he showing
he has had
us
some
that?
misfortune, I will say that. And also, he's currently going through a feud with 50 Cent and Cameron over the rights to his film Paid in Full. So there's a lot going on with Dame Dash, but he hopped on the Breakfast Club to promote what he's doing. But also, he wanted to address some of the rumors about him, because the Breakfast Club has highlighted more negative stories about him. And Damon has said that he feels like some people in the media are sent to purposely smear his name while uplifting another person. And the person he's alluding to is Jay-Z.
There's certain people that always are defending certain people and talking about me. And I know that they're sent to do it.
And Dame even brought up the idea that Charlemagne the God might be getting paid by Jay-Z. Damon Dash and Charlemagne were going at it the whole interview. It was really ridiculous and childish.
The way you keep interrupting me, the way you keep saying things that aren't true but don't know.
Like what? When I say it's not true?
Let me say what I'm saying. I was still talking.
You're not saying.
No, you don't think. Of course, you don't think that. I think you're gay. That's what I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, no. I gotta put this in normal speed, child. Oh.
Let me say this. I've never heard you say one thing bad about Jay-Z. Not one.
He's not in the room. You shouldn't talk about it.
Don't tell me what to do.
You said you shouldn't talk about men.
Now you're interrupting me.
Now you're doing the girl stuff.
I know him. I'm giving you an example, right?
You used to know.
Can I talk? You're upset. Can I talk? Can I talk? I've never seen you say one word, because you talk bad about a lot of people, but you never said one time. And you walk around with his face on your chest.
Huh?
Is that a airplane shirt right now?
Airplanes, yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, either you got a crush on this man or he's paying you. One or the other.
Airplane.
Did you buy that shirt?
Yes.
You went and bought that? They didn't give it to you as much as you say nice things?
To support black business?
I doubt you bought that shirt.
What you mean?
Anyway, so I think you're gay. I'm sorry. So okay.
Right. Raise your hand if you think Dame's broken. Seriously.
There's a lot of people.
Oh no, I gotta see these visuals, child. Impressive can't show the visuals because the Breakfast Club heavily copyrights their videos. So if she plays it, it'll get copyrighted. But I need to see it.
That are gay, that pretend they're not. I think you're gay. I said it in your face. I don't care if you say I'm broke.
And I think you're broke in your face.
And I think you're broke. I don't care. That doesn't hurt my feelings what another girl thinks.
Oh!
Let me say this. You acting like a girl.
You move like an old auntie. You an old Harlem auntie.
I could punch you right in your face like a grown man. I won't. And you won't do shit. If you want to see the trailer.
You're going to dress like a shady pastor and act like one. Practice what you preach.
This is a bespoke suit that I made, DD. This is, I made
it looks like you made.
I know. And you look like you, that your boyfriend, it looks like your boyfriend made that. Your boyfriend made that. That's what happened. Your crush made it. All right. Anyway.
Oh my God.
From Dead Dash.
Yeah.
Dead Dash is
was
crazy.
Really ignorant. But I did find it interesting when Dame calls Charlemagne out for never speaking bad about Jay-Z. And a lot of people don't know this, but Charlemagne has affiliations with Jay-Z.
I'm not surprised. People also say this about Joe Budden, and that is a very common accusation that a lot of people in hip-hop media are getting paid off by certain like top celebrities, like to not talk shit about them, or even if they do mention them, to like take it easy, you know. So there definitely may be some truth to that. You know, I spoke about academics. You know, his affiliation with Drake. It's like nobody dick rides this hard for free, you know. So I would definitely have my own suspicions, but I wouldn't be surprised.
And his business partner.
And also, you just got to keep in mind when you're watching certain people, if they never ever say anything negative about a certain person, even when that person is clearly in the wrong or they look bad, take note of that. It's very sus. Because I'm equal opportunity. Even people I like or I like their music, you can find videos of me criticizing them about something. But there are some people who never criticize certain people, and it's like, something's up here.
Ray Perez and Rock Nation through this company, United Justice Coalition, and he is actually on that page, and you could see Team Rock being tagged on this post. So because of this affiliation, I kind of feel like Charlemagne will never speak negatively about Jay-Z or Desiree. In fact, he will defend them if anything comes out against them. However, on the flip side, when it comes to other people like Dame Dash, he'll be ready to clown him because Dame is Jay-Z's op. Charlemagne isn't sparing anybody that's considered an op of Jay-Z or Desiree. That's what I think. Now, I want to talk about this. The rapper Saweetie sat down and did an interview with Nessa Kaffman, and she talked about experiencing pretty girl punishment.
Or whatever.
Now, there has always been this conversation about Saweetie only getting certain opportunities or only being in a certain position because of her looks. Her rapping skills aren't necessarily up to par according to some people's standards, but she's been able to coast by because she's a pretty girl. However, Saweetie has come out and she said that she still faces rejection and opposition behind the scenes in the industry over her looks.
I was going to ask, do you feel like the industry has tried to count you out?
Like, since I started, I saw it on TikTok. They were like, they talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. There's been so many times I've just been counted out, and I know that it's behind animosity. I know it's because of a hidden agenda, but it makes me work harder. But this has happened like my whole life. So it's like what I deal with in the industry is just, you know, different face and case.
Oof.
Girl, don't act like she just said something. She ain't said shit. Sweetie, go to hell. You are only as visible as you are because you're gorgeous. People like the way that you look. You have no talent. Your music is terrible. And even the people who like your music, you even say, oh, this is for pretty girls. This is pretty girl music. So even your music is based on, it goes back to your looks. Everything about you is based on how attractive you are. So if you were not attractive, you would not be where you are today. So trying to be like, well, there's also negatives to it. What? When your looks have gotten you to this level now, whatever negatives you're referring to, they pale in comparison to the benefits that you've gotten from being so pretty. Like, are you serious? I saw it on TikTok. Girl!
Even now?
Shut up!
But I see it. It shows up in different ways. This is a reoccurring, like, thing that keeps showing up. So let me just, you know, progress from it, learn from it, grow from it.
Yep.
Don't let it get me down.
So
I'm not saying what she's saying isn't a thing. It's a thing, okay? I can see the validity in it to a certain degree. But I assure you, in most cases, and especially in her case, the benefit from your pretty privilege outweighs that by a landslide. Like, what are you talking about? I don't even know why you're mentioning that. It's almost as if she's saying that, oh, I'm not as successful as I could be because I'm so pretty. Like, oh, the people have closed doors and people, you know, I've experienced setbacks because I'm so fire. It's not because my music isn't good. It's because I'm fine. The delusion is crazy.
That's what Saweetie had to say. And you know what? I can acknowledge that maybe she has experienced some things behind the scenes where she's been rejected because people don't take her seriously. They don't want to collaborate with her. They feel like she can't rap. They just feel like she has nothing to offer but her looks. And
this woman has gotten fucking McDonald's deals and all type of shit because of her face and because she's attractive. Are we serious?
I do think Saweetie not having a hit for so long is kind of contributing to that, because I realize that people don't care about your mediocrity if you have a hit song or if you have music that they like or can relate to. I mean, look at Ice Spice and Sexy Red and Glorilla. Like, they aren't that much talented than Saweetie, but people still like their...
I disagree. I'm sorry. These people are not the most talented either, but they definitely have given us some bops in very recent years, and people like their music sometimes. All right. Saweetie, I would argue that I don't know anybody who likes Saweetie's music. I just don't. I personally don't know anybody who's ever played her. I've never been anywhere in public and have heard her music. It's just not a thing. That's not the case with these women. I've heard their music out and about. Like, people do like some of the songs that they put out. So I don't think that's a fair comparison at all. I would argue that Saweetie's music is substantially worse than Sexy Red and Icy Spicy. And of course, we ain't talking about Glorilla. Come on, different league. So yeah, girl, bye.
Music, and Saweetie hasn't been able to really connect with the audience the way that they have. So that is what's hurting her right now. It's just the lack of hits, and also she's not super exceptional. She's not particularly a great rapper or a great performer. She's just kind of there. And I will give her credit for at least being persistent, because in the past year,
you have to know when to stop and to let it go if it's not working out. There's no point in enforcing things when it ain't working out for you. I think she should lean more into being an influencer and, you know, working with big brands and modeling. That's her bag. I'm certain that's where she makes all of her money. She's definitely not making it from her music. Like, let's be serious. And I doubt she's even touring anywhere. I've never heard of no Saweetie tour. So she's getting all of her money on her face. And I think she should just focus on that. But I mean, do what you want, obviously. If music is your hobby or your passion, then sure, you know, keep trying, I guess. But it's just odd to, you know, keep flopping for so long. And if it's not working, like, I don't know. I wouldn't personally want to keep putting energy into something. It's been like a decade at this point. She's been doing music for a very long time. And probably longer than that. And people just, they don't fuck with it. So
some music that I actually like. But, you know, nobody is interested in promoting it. And unfortunately, her looks are not working in her favor anymore. People now care more about relatability than looks. And if you don't have the relatability factor, you gotta have the talent. Or you gotta show that you really care about your craft. For example, there's this artist named Manon from the girl group Cat's Eye. Manon was actually handpicked to be in the group because she's pretty. She's considered the visual of the group. And they literally found her on social media. She didn't have any background in singing or dancing like the other girls, but she had to work very hard to keep up with the other girls so she wouldn't be seen as a weak link who was only in the group because of her looks. And when you see her perform with the other girls, you don't even notice that she lags behind. And people can't use the excuse that, oh, she's only here because she's pretty. Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case for Saweetie. And now Saweetie kind of...
Shout out to Impressive. She the one who put me on the Cat's Side by mentioning them in her video. She must really fuck with them. And I'll start reacting to them on Patreon. I'm a fan. Right.
Looks at her beauty as a punishment more so than a privilege, because as a rapper, she no longer benefits from being beautiful because nobody cares. Anyway, tell me what y'all think about this.
So that's what it is. I feel like her pretty privilege has gotten her to a certain level and she wants to go higher, but because it's no longer working as effectively as it has in the past, now she sees it as an injustice because she is starting to be treated like everybody else in terms of talent. It's like, well, you're not that talented. And she's like, but I'm pretty. But why can't y'all do this for me? That's what it gives. Because it just doesn't make sense what she's saying. I'm just like, you wouldn't even be a factor at all. You wouldn't be relevant literally at all if you were not this attractive. So what are you talking about? So yeah, it just seems like she wants more privilege. And because she's not getting as much as she wants, she sees this as punishment, which is so fucking delusional. That's just how I take it. That's what I'm getting from this because, girl, what? The music ain't hitting. I know there are some people who likes and Impressive claim she like it. All right, girl. But most people are not fucking with it like that. The numbers speak for themselves. So, yeah, that's that. But good luck to her. This interview, this Dame Dash and Charlemagne interview, I gotta watch that. Y'all let me know what y'all think though, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.